Good morning. When BB asked me to come this morning and speak about the ministry of the preschool, I did not hesitate. All Saints Preschool has been a part of my life for the last 12 years. I was first drawn to the preschool as a new mom who lived in Edgewood, looking for specifically an Episcopal preschool within walking distance. Spoiler, there's only one. I remember strolling over with my 6-month-old who just turned 13 to tour with the director who was at the time and still is B.B. Harden. Fast forward 4 years, all 3 of my children are attending at the same time. And I was a former 4K teacher, had taught for 7 years before moving to Birmingham. And I was kind of ready to get back to work. So I slowly started 2 days a week as the creative movement teacher. Then I taught in the 2s for a few years. Then I did kindergarten. And then 2 years ago, I moved to the Yellow Door in 4K, where I plan to stay for the unforeseeable future. As much as I enjoyed being a mom whose children attended the preschool, I don't think I realized until I began working in the classroom just how much of a ministry the preschool was for me and for the families of All Saints and Homewood. We have approximately 130 children, 21 teachers, 2 front office staff, and 1 director whose lives from 9 to 1, Monday through Friday, are intertwined in the basement of this church. We have numerous parents who volunteer to help with parties, fundraisers, chaperone, provide transportation to field trips for the 4K and 5K classes. They provide breakfast once a month for our teacher meetings. Some are even substitutes, which if you saw the inch of paperwork required to fill out just to be a substitute, you would understand just how big that is. We even have parents willing to come and stay in the classroom so we can enjoy lunch as a staff for 1 hour in the Great Hall on Teacher Appreciation Day during the school day. In addition to our wonderful parents, our clergy and special staffs play a very important role in our day-to-day. Miss Christie is our music teacher. She plans the lessons and carols for the 3s, 4s, and 5s, and graduations for the 4s and 5s. She spends weeks rehearsing and planning out just what songs will be perfect for each class. In addition, she meets with each class, the infants through 5K, weekly to sing, play instruments, dance, and learn. We have Miss Mary from the Homewood Library who comes to share stories and songs. Most of you know the atrium is open on Wednesday nights and Sundays for the children of All Saints, but the preschool, 3s, 4s, and 5s get to go there an hour each week with the catechists, and they guide our preschoolers in their walk with God through circle times and works. On Wednesdays, we all gather 3s, 4s, and 5s right here in the chapel with Mr. Ian on guitar and a rotating schedule of Seth and Charles reading stories from a picture Bible and singing songs of praise that are sometimes serious and sometimes silly, just as most 3, 4, and 5-year-olds need in their day-to-day. They always take questions and patiently answer and respond as about 30 children give pretty much the same answer to the question, "What did you hear?" I'm pretty sure Brad would like to get in on this as he walks by longingly most weeks. True or false? We also like to have visitors from time to time. This year we've had the Homewood Fire Department, the Homewood Police Department. They came to meet with the entire preschool, including the infants. They gave a safety talk out in the front. They like to show all their gear. They talk to the children, and then they, of course, sound their sirens, flash their lights. Brad came out and was able to visit and talk to the children before our firefighter visit this past week, pray over them and with them as important helpers in our community. The 4s and 5s are also able to leave the campus from time to time for field trips. We recently took a trip to the Oak Mountain State Park to visit the little farm, and last spring we took them to the Birmingham Children's Theater downtown. We've even walked to Edgewood Creamery for an end-of-the-year treat after lunch one time in the spring, and we hope to do it again this spring. Now, let's talk about the women who run this place. There are 24 women, 24 amazing, smart, kind, compassionate, strong, and selfless women who have made this preschool what it is. I can say that because I spend my day with these women, and I'm one of them. I see the love they pour into this place in the faces of the children they care for each day. I can see God in every action in and out of the classrooms. It's Lizzie and Rachel singing the Good Morning song so joyfully we can almost hear it in my classroom with the Yellow Door. It's Josie, who patiently sits with each child to help them form the letters we are teaching them. It's Allison, letting the children milk a pretend cow in the courtyard with a rubber glove as an udder, just to give them a real hands-on approach to farm life. It's Linnea, who regularly moves from one 4K class to the next, depending on the day, and substitute to support whichever forest teacher needs her the most. It's Karen and Renee walking the babies up to see the fire truck, even though they're babies and they likely won't remember any of it. It's Terry and Neha bringing toddlers into the king garden for that extra bit of sunshine after a long day of rain the day before. It's Audrey and Shivangi holding an indoor pumpkin patch because it was raining the day the pumpkins were delivered. And it's Lindsay and Kate making butter with their class by shaking heavy cream in a jar and patiently letting each child have a turn so they feel like they were part of the process. It's Jenna and Cindy coming off the playground and waiting for hugs from former students in my 4K class every day that have to get that hug from their last year's teacher. It's Donna and Rachel letting their class of twos get messy because they know learning is the best when you get to be hands-on. And it's Sigrid and Jordan wrapping up a unit on nocturnal animals with pajama day and actually wearing their own pajamas to school. And it's my other co-teacher, Emily, who after the children sang her happy birthday last week, they all got up at the same time to hug her and almost knocked her over because even though they've only known her since August, she's become one of the most important people in their lives. It's Claudia and Callie who do so much behind the scenes work to make the preschool more efficient and go the extra mile every day to make our days easier. And finally, it's BB, who is our faithful leader who believes in us, trusts us, and stands behind us. I truly never feel God's presence more than when I'm with these women. We are a team of women who come from all walks of life but have one purpose together inside these walls: to nurture the children of All Saints Preschool, to love one another as God loves us, and to grow as a family.